Hello everyone. Today, I'd like to talk to you about Dune 2. But first, I'd like to tell you a story. About 2 years ago now, I had went to go see Dune, the first movie, in the theaters, and I am 100% certain that the movie theater's projector was like broken. Like, I'll try to find a shot for you guys. After watching the movie, I searched up trailers online because I'm not a type of person who watches trailers, and the same shots were darker and pitch black. It was like Godzilla 2014, and that honestly ruined the experience for me, and I honestly thought I completely checked out of Dune after that. But I am happy to tell you guys that I was wrong. I gave Dune 2 a chance, and I watched it in IMAX, and it was completely worth it. Luckily, no movie projector malfunctions this time. The movie was so good, and if you have a chance, I'd 100% recommend it in IMAX. I was not able to watch it like anytime soon, but even though it was like weeks after the movie released, the theater was still full, packed, and it like obviously deserves it. Basic rundown is like it's picking up like pretty much directly after the first movies ended. And what's his name? Paul is on the run from the other house or whatever. And basically he's getting stronger and stronger on Arrakis. And eventually he's going to be able to fight the actual other house, right? That's kind of the idea you have, like how you go on. But there are other things that develop in the story, and I don't want to say any of it because like no secret, I'm going to recommend this movie. I think you should go watch it without like having any other idea in your mind. A few things I want to say was, I think the pacing was pretty much good, except for around like at the end of the second act or the beginning of the first act-ish. Paul's kind of progression character arc kind of like, say it was steadily increasing like 1, 2, 3, 4. Around at like the end of the second act, it kind of went like 10, 20, 30. Like he progressed pretty quickly at around the end of the second act. I just wanted to say that. Another thing I want to say, man, like I said, I thought I was completely checked out with the Dune universe, but honestly, seeing in IMAX the sandworms, I don't remember if they have a special name right now, but seeing in IMAX the sandworms tunnel, I guess to say, I don't know, slither? What do worms do? Through the sand in IMAX, those huge things. I am sorry, rule of cool applies here so hard. It was so good. Massive. You just look at that, you know, men will look at things like this and just go, hell yeah, like that. And honestly, it's completely turned me on the Dune universe. Like, I'm totally for it right now. Makes me wish I could feel like that for Destiny after its very poor beginnings in 2014. But, you know, that's not the topic of the video. And then to finish this off real quick, I want to say two things that are kind of spoilerish. I don't really think so. So at the end, in the 1v1 that Paul has, I want to say, this isn't a gripe I have. I just want to say, he should not have... Oh, actually, I was going to say something else too. One, he should not have won that fight. Not at all. And I was like, as I was watching, like, is he going to win? Like, this is our protagonist. Like, is this going to be a Game of Thrones situation? He shouldn't be able to beat this guy. And yes, he did lose. But then he outsmarted him, and I found that really, and I appreciated that. What I didn't really appreciate, though, it just kind of felt kind of forced here. The person he 1v1s earlier in the movie, when he killed someone, or when he was done with a duel, I guess to say, he said one line, and then after he dueled with Paul, he said it again, and that was like very, very forced, I felt like, is all. The other thing I wanted to say, this is actually a gripe. I'd like you guys to have a comparison within your mind. Think about Spider-Verse 2, Across the Spider-Verse. The ending of that movie, the tension, the cliffhanger there is absolutely insane. That was such a good ending to a movie. Like, I am so excited and can't wait to watch the next one. However, Dune 2, while I am so excited to watch Dune 3, ending on Zendaya's face as comparison to how we ended in Across the Spider-Verse, no, it was just not the same. Like, I totally bet they could have done something so much better than just like looking at Zendaya for some reason. Like, there's no yes, Paul is gonna have a problem with Zendaya, but there's no indication that she's like such a big figure that we have to end our movie on that, you know. And yeah, that's about it, guys. I'd really recommend the movie. Oh yeah, if we're going to rate it first, this might be a bit weird. Dune, the first movie, I am rating that a 7 out of 10. And then here might be the weird part. For me, I feel like a 9 is like one of the closest to perfect movie things you could ever have, except like it's missing some secret sauce to make it a 10 out of 10, right? I don't think this movie had that secret sauce, nor do I think it's like so good, close enough to perfect minus the secret sauce to be considered a 9, as opposed to Oppenheimer. So that's why I'm rating it an 8 out of 10. And yeah, that's the movie reviews, that's the letterbox so far. And feel free to check that out if you want, that letterboxd, or find me on Twitter. And that's about everything. Goodbye, everyone.